It's been about a week and a half since we have given Kaya to Matt with Total Dog. Kaya is a husky. We've been told she's a husky mix because there's probably no way for us to ever really know unless we do a DNA test. She had been locked up in a room for 8 weeks, I think the owner said. And the last thing he told us was she had never been outside before. So that was the craziest thing to hear. We took her outside and she would just scour when she would see the sun. She was scared of everything, loud noises. I just want her to enjoy life, like most dogs do. We first heard about Kaya. It was actually an ad on Craigslist and we were not looking for any more dogs at all. My mom has been flipping furniture and so she just kind of finds free stuff and flips it, and we saw free dog and we were like, why would somebody have a dog listed for free? So the ad on Craigslist said that it was a deaf dog, doesn't listen, horrible dog, don't want her anymore, just want somebody to take her off our hands. So both my mom and I have a huge heart when it comes to animals, and so we were like, okay, well, we're gonna take the dog and we'll just find another home. We're not gonna keep the dog. I was on the same page. We got Kaya, and I couldn't ever think of giving her away from the second that I met her. She was completely malnourished, super skinny, and she wasn't deaf at all. She was terrified of everything just because she had been locked up in a room for 8 weeks, I think the owner said. I don't know why he would disclose that, but he openly did.
So I just picked up Kaya today. She's a husky and she's actually a rescue, so kind of a pretty unique situation here. The client got her from somebody that didn't want her anymore, and they were mistreating her pretty bad. They kept her in a dark room for months at a time and didn't let her out. So now, because of that, now she's got a lot of social issues. She's actually okay with humans, which I was surprised about, but she doesn't like the sun. So being in that dark room for a long duration is really not familiarized herself with the sun and that being a part of the environment. So all she knew was that dark room for those months.
So we found Total Dog. We were at a farmer's market actually, and my husband has always wanted to go into the Air Force. So when he was talking to Total Dog, he found out that it was mostly veterans, and Justin was previous Air Force. So they just hit it off and they started talking like crazy. So even though we didn't know like how they did, we totally fell in love with everything that they were doing. So when I told him, I said, you know what, I think we should get professional dog training. There was no other idea. He was like, you're doing Total Dog. And I was like, okay, fine. So we just reached out to them, and literally within a day they were at the house meeting Kaya, and so it was awesome. It was really speedy.
So first 24 hours, I never do training on the first day. I'll get the board and train, I'll get her settled in the house. I usually do like an Instagram post letting the client know like, hey, your dog's safe and sound. And then just letting her acclimate to my house, so real slow and steady, and then we'll start training tomorrow.
So the in-home consultation that we had Ty come out, and I explained the story, which he was just flabbergasted because nobody has ever heard of a dog being scared of the sun. But I just kind of told him that we were just struggling. Probably about 2 weeks prior to me calling, I tried to take them on a walk, my 2 dogs, and she saw the sun and completely dragged me. My knees were ripped open, and that was kind of my last straw where I was like, I don't know what to do to help her overcome this. He was like, I just really want to meet her. Like, is she aggressive? Is she this? Is she that? He finally met her and she's like, not aggressive at all. She's almost too passive, submissive, like too much, to the point where she has no confidence. he was like, you know what? I have a prong collar, let me try to put that on her and see if she, that helps her, because I've only ever used a harness. And he was like, that's for dogs who are very far advanced. You shouldn't have a harness on her. And I was like, oh, okay. Literally within 30 seconds, she was just completely submissive, laying in the grass, letting him train her.
The reason why we use the prong collar and why it's such an effective tool, it's because it's a language that the dogs understand. So dogs are ingrained in their head to understand that primal feeling of when their mom would nip at them or put them in line. And same thing, an alpha in the pack of dogs or a pack of wolves, the alpha, that's how they communicate with each other. They nip at the neck. So this collar mimics that feeling.
It's been about a week and a half since we have given Kaya to Matt with Total Dog. Very excited. I just feel like the moment that he took her, she took right to him.
We had Kaya for about a week now. Really, the training that we've been doing is just exposing her to all different environments that I can in a positive and easy way for her, and kind of let her make her own sense about it. And obviously decide that, hey, these things aren't bad, they're not hurting me, things like that.
I just want her to enjoy life, like most dogs do. They don't have to live in fear of noises or the sun or anything like that. I just want her to come back and just be confident as a dog.
Just dropping off Kaya today. She was with me for 2 weeks for her board and train. And once again, just reiterate what we focused on. It was all social behaviors. So, she's scared of her environment in general. So that was the main focus with her, is just getting her exposed to those environments in a nice, positive way. So she could kind of make up her own mind that she can get over it and she could walk in these environments and actually enjoy herself and not be scared.
As soon as I saw her, I could tell that she was happy, super happy on leash, which is weird because anytime I would ever bring out the leash, she was not happy. She would run the opposite way if we were ever outside with the leash on. She was just a mess. I could already tell that she had just a lot of growth and that she was able to walk. We walked all the way down and she didn't pull and she was walking in the sun. That's just, I don't know. I think I'm almost flabbergasted because I could have never done it myself. I tried and was not successful. So I'm just happy that she's happy, because even on the walk, she seemed like she wanted to be on the walk, and that never happened before. So it's just, all in all, I'm just very happy that she's happy and that she can just go outside and be a normal dog. My name is Julia, and this is my pup Kaya, and this is our story. I'm very, very happy it has a good ending now, so you'll have to watch for updates.